Hello everyone, here's Avita. Good evening. Today I started cleaning up my containers here in front. And I am really surprised that some of my plants from last spring, are coming up really strong and healthy. I didn't even notice it because when I made winter containers here, I just cut the foliage off and covered the pots with foliage from the pine tree and the sequoia that I have here, and just decorated with some Christmas balls and everything else that I had. And I took the foliage off and the decorations, and I was surprised with this beautiful sage here. This is the white sage that I have. And look at that, guys. And then I have the pincushion here that already have flowering buds. And that other small one there is, I think, the purple sage. I'm not sure if this one will come back. I cut it all the way down. This is the Lithospermum. And that one in the round pot is an anemone that already have one bud, flowering bud. And the purple verbena that I planted in summer. And that small pot there contains the geranium Roxanne that I'd like to take out and plant in one of my perennial beds. So I don't need much here. And I'm really glad. That saves me a lot of money. And I went to the nursery yesterday and already bought some plants. So I will be doing pinks and purples in these containers this year. So these are the plants that I bought from the nursery yesterday. I just bought some purples and pinks. Some are already in bloom and some just starting to have flowering buds. And maybe I'll add the tulips in those two small terracotta pots that I planted in fall. So guys, if you'd like, please join me and enjoy the video. So the first thing I do is to soak the pots in water, because then it's easier for me to take them out of the pot. Plus, when I plant them in the pots, in the bigger pots, they have better contact with the soil that I put in there or that are still in there. Since I'm not going to change the soil from last year, I will be adding some fertilizer. This is organic fertilizer. So I'll be just putting some of this fertilizer in the pot, and then I can start planting. Look at the root system. So I'll just be scratching just to loosen the root system a little, so it will have better contact to the soil in the pot. So over here I already have the pincushion that is coming up really strong, and the verbena and the sage. So I'm not sure, maybe I'll just put some pansies here because this will be too full. And I don't really like a very crowded container because they need some room to grow also. So I think I will not put any addition to this container. It will be too much. So this is the geranium Roxanne that I'd like to transfer in one of the perennial beds. So let me take it apart. This one is just over a week update. I planted the containers just a little over a week, and just like I thought, they started filling up the containers very fast. And maybe in a 2-week time, this will be just in full bloom. Look at that. Oh no! Oh my, okay. I planted this dianthus here, and the label was saying it's a pink dianthus. I already wondered because it's very dark, and I have to pull this out and give it away, maybe to my neighbor. And I'll buy something that will fit here. Something pink, something that already has blooms so I can see if it's really pink or not. Sometimes some workers make mistakes and put the wrong labels, I guess. So that's okay. And yeah, look at the other containers here. Also starting to fill up. The white sage is now very tall and full of flowering buds. And look at my boxwood topiary here. I started this topiary last year. It was a seedling from the garden that I transferred here probably 2 years ago. And I will let the new growth harden up a little, and I'll try to form it. So guys, I hope you had fun watching me do my containers here. Now I'll continue drinking my coffee and just enjoy the weather. I hope to see you again in 2 days. Thank you for watching. Bye now.